talking about BlizzCon since none of us could go. Um, I want to move on to my topic. My topic is cartoons, essentially. Over this last week, I have gotten really, really hyped for Star Wars, and just want to consume new Star Wars content. And I've consumed most of the Star Wars content that is out there, but I had not started watching Star Wars Rebels. So I started watching that, and I'm really enjoying the show. And I'm sitting here like I am a 26-year-old adult sitting in front of a TV watching a Disney Channel cartoon. Um, and I am curious from my own standpoint if you think there's an age where people should stop watching cartoons. And Ben, I'm gonna start with you,
Put me on the spot.
putting you on the spot.
All right. I guess it kind of depends on which cartoon we're talking about. If we're talking about Arthur, which is totally like kids kind of content, it seems kind of
AARDVARK.
aardvark, yeah.
I don't think I
So
ever watched Arthur, so that just
Oh,
went.
I grew up on Arthur, but I mean, there's other ones out there. But
I grew up
basically,
on Benjamin Blümchen and the Smurfs and X-Men. That
well, I
was
mean, even those kind of seem like you could watch those as an adult and be okay, but like Arthur or like these other ones that are like four-year-old programming, Teletubbies, if that was like a cartoon kind of thing, that kind of content, I would see like an issue if you're an adult watching that. But
Mhm.
stuff like Gravity Falls, I watch that right now, and I love watching that movie. It's a Disney cartoon thing. It has a lot of adult content in it, even though it's very kind of kids friendly. So I mean, I watch it. I love it. I don't see a problem with it.
Good. Sam, how about you? Do you think there's an age where people should?
nope, zero, not age, no age,
Don't
forever,
even have to finish the question.
forever. I mean, like you have to think. Okay, so from a real perspective, like I've been part of essentially the anime industry for like at least 14 or 15 years now. And the thing is, like, that's never gonna die for me, and I don't think it should ever die for anyone. That being said, like, I feel like there's a good smattering of content that's animated for pretty much every age. Like South Park, for example, I think is probably an example of the best satire that's out right now, and I watch it every week. And the thing is, it's like I don't think it's ever when if I'm 60, I think it's still going to be relevant because, well, assuming they're still making it at that point, it's still going to be relevant. And then I think even some of the kid stuff, like if you watch some of the content out there, it's starting to get to the point where they're going to layer in jokes for adults that if the kids don't get it, they don't get it, and if the adults get it, it's funny.
Mhm.
So like a great example is like Avatar, not the James Cameron Avatar, but
But
Avatar: The Last Airbender
God, that
and
show's
Legend
so
of
good.
Legend of Korra, and both of those have like small hints of adult themes in there, but they don't make it uncomfortable for kids, but they still make it interesting for adults to watch. And yeah, like it is a really solid series that's very much animated and very much, something that I think people are going to keep watching.
Absolutely.
That
Um,
that cartoon is the only cartoon of or only TV series that have actually spent money on is Last Airbender and Legend of Korra.
yeah, because it's so good, and only like the first
I'll be
two
right back.
seasons of Legend of Korra are even on um, like Amazon Prime. Oh my God, he has Appa. Oh
Oh
my
my god.
gosh. That just makes me so incredibly happy. Sam, I need to
Yeah.
know where to get one of those.
I have a plush Appa. I have a
Ah,
plush Appa.
I want one of those. Holy
I
shit.
actually, I actually have a Pabu and a Momo as well. They're just
Oh
much
wow.
smaller. You can get this at the Nickelodeon Universe store at the Mall of America.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's local
Um,
for me.
Alternatively, that's true. It is local for you. Alternatively, they are available on eBay. Quality will vary, as my friend has taught me an important lesson. So yeah, this one is the bigger one.
Gotcha. No, that's really, really quite awesome. Um, So, I mean, there's obviously you brought up a good point. There's a lot of different content out of there. There are just flat out adult themed cartoons. One of my favorites being Archer. Um, and then there are, cartoons that are out there for kids, but you're absolutely right. You start to see a lot of just adult themes in them that are kind of layered into the kids part of it. I think that's one of the coolest things about getting into some of these cartoons. It's like it's more content for things that you enjoy, especially for my reasoning for watching Star Wars. Is I want more Star Wars in my life right now, and it's the only new Star Wars until Battlefront comes out tomorrow. Oh my God! I forgot that it comes out tomorrow. I'll probably be able to play it right after this stream.
Did you not buy Fallout? That's probably why.
No, I did buy Fallout, or I didn't buy Fallout. Kenny did, but I've been playing Fallout.
Oh, you're gonna betray Fallout? No, it's cool. I mean, I would be much more in tune if it was. Yeah. Anyways,
but Recruit in the chat. Oh, geez, I thought he did. Maybe I made it up in my head. It brought up, going back and watching some Disney movies. Even is just like, oh my God, how did I not get this as a child?
So
true.
much content in Aladdin.
Oh my goodness.
But it's just like there. It's amazing how well I feel like some of these cartoon companies really. Jesus Christ. What's the word I'm looking for?
Right?
Integrate adult themes with the more childlike children's content. Something that I was surprised of. Yes, childlike children's content. One of the things that I thought changed in cartoons was that people don't really die in kids' cartoons anymore. But as I'm watching Star Wars, everyone dies. They're just shooting people with blasters, slicing them up with lightsabers, force choking, and all that sort of stuff is happening. Granted, they're stormtroopers, so maybe the kids aren't getting that there are people under them, but people are dying.
Right.
Wow, way to bring it down. Way to bring it down.
And I mean, I feel like the same is true with the Batman shows. It's like they couldn't shoot with real guns, so they shot with laser guns.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the freeze rays, laughing gas.
Yep.
Batman-y things, batarangs. But some of the things that I find awesome as well is that a lot of cartoons like Batman have even grown up with me. It's like the regular Batman animated series, while I will argue is one of the best freaking animated series ever, has kind of grown up with the animated movies that DC makes. And they're much more adult themed. I mean, there's death, dismemberment. Anyone else want to add anything to what I am saying?
No, I mean, I get your point, and I think there's a lot of interesting crossover too, because any of you watch anime. Long story short, this guy has a notebook. Whoever's name he writes in it happens manga, which got converted into an anime series. What? Oh, yeah. And the thing is, then they made a live action movie out of it. And it's partial CG, partial regular stuff. Oh, losing Sam's audio.
Yep. Mike is losing your audio a lot. I hear you fine, which is kind of weird.
Guys.
Okay.
I completely lost both of you, so.
Oh, well, there we go.
Okay, yeah, so I was talking about Death Note, where guy gets a notebook, whatever he writes in it, and the method of death, that person will die in that way. Police are going after him, but they made a live action version of it, and they put a CG God of Death in it, And it's kind of just really interesting because you can see how these themes really play out, but in a way where I guess like before you had some bigger budgets and some like more ability to do high quality CG, animating the story just made sense. It's just a cheaper way to tell the story and still get the same points across. So you know, I think it's just a medium. It's just an art form. It's like if we were just shot a movie through a filter, like through the cartoon filter, through the 8-bit filter, be about the same, like except for the quality. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recruit says live action anime stuff is the worst.
I don't know that Initial D movie. No, it was bad. It was bad.
I saw that Death Note movie and I was not impressed. The anime series was so much better.
No, it was. And a lot of that just has to do with how much you can tell a story in a movie versus a 70 or 50 episode anime series.
Yep.
So, that's all fair. So Ben, favorite favorite animated series currently on air. Let's go.
Favorite animated series currently on air. Oh my god, what am I even watching that's animated right now?
Right?
Yeah, I mean, Star Wars Rebels is the only thing I'm watching right now that's animated. That's on air right now. So I guess that would be what I'd have to say. Oh, you know what? Archer. Archer is. I watch a lot of Archer and Family Guy, but I think Archer is easily my favorite. I love Archer.
Okay,
that show's
that's
great.
Fair. Brain.
Yeah, as for me, there's not many currently that I'm watching either. I actually don't participate in the whole animation domination, stuff or whatever. So I miss out on that. But what I am watching right now that I'm actually really interested in, it's not technically broadcast, so I don't know if it's technically on air, but it would have to be BoJack Horseman on Netflix.
Okay, that's fair.
That's fair. I think that's
that counts.
That counts for sure.
Okay,
that counts.
No, I haven't watched any of that. Is it good?
Oh, it's so hilarious in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
No, done very well.
I think for me, I've already kind of said it. It's South Park, closely followed by Bob's Burgers. Yeah,
that's the same. That's what H. John Benjamin or whatever his name is. Also,
do not know what the name is.
But it's the same voice actor as Archer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. No. The show is hilarious. The writing is funny, and like there's a lot of puns in the show. So like if they go to the diner or the burger place, like every burger of the day is like a little bit of a pun.
Mm-hmm.
And there's actually like people trying to work on like a cookbook to actually cook those burgers, and it's freaking hilarious. The show just hits like this really interesting sweet spot of like it's funny but not too funny, and it's ridiculous but not too ridiculous.
Yeah. No, I love puns, and I feel like Archer is very similar to what you're saying. It's like it. Yeah, just I love that show a lot. We do still have a little bit of time left on this topic. So what I want to ask you guys is, we've talked a lot about cartoons in general, but I want to talk about bronies.
Oh God. Oh, freaking God.
I actually have 2 real life friends that are bronies.
What?
Only
is the
2?
appeal?
I definitely have.
Like,
well, only 2 that have come out and told me that.
So what you're saying is 2 uncloseted bronies.
Yes.
So
exactly.
there could be some closeted bronies in your life that you just don't know about.
Probably are, actually.
So it's like not to like shit all over a show, but what is it about that show that has these adult men so interested in it when it just seems like
So I understand your question. My problem with it is neither Brain or I are bronies. Therefore, I can't tell you what the appeal is.
Tell me now.
I have seen the show a couple episodes. Like, I will try anything a couple times to give it a go, but it wasn't for me. But from what I saw, it had a lot of interesting dialogue and some good jokes. I couldn't get past that it was a bunch of talking ponies. It was my thing.
No.
They make for good memes. I think that's appealing to me.
I don't think I've seen a whole lot of My Little Pony memes.
Well, you do not
I'm
have
afraid-
enough brony friends.
I'm
my
afraid to
friend.
Google that right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what is your thought on the whole brony thing? Like, what is your opinion? I should say, Sam.
I mean, the short answer is I think it's great. I mean, like, it's this prime example of like people who are into something because they're into it and fuck everything else. Like, no, you think it's weird? Whatever. I don't care. I'm into this thing. So, in one sense, I think it's great. I wish I understood it a little bit more to be able to explain to you why it's great. But, like, you know what? So what? So what?
One of these days we'll do this topic again, but I'll find a real brony to interview.
I mean, I kind of feel like and again, this is like not me knowing anything about it, but like to me, maybe it's like the Sex and City equivalent for men. Like when you're like you're so Samantha, you could be like you're so whatever pony. Like I don't know any of the names, but I feel like that works. I know one is like Derpy something. There's a Derpy Hooves, or I don't remember which one it is. They featured it on an episode of
I think there's Rainbow Dash, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. That's
Okay, I just hold on one second, everyone.
Derpy Hooves.
I'm getting My Little Pony names from the control room. And he's just yes, there is a Rainbow Dash. Twilight Sparkle. Is that what you were saying?
That sounds like one. That sounds like one.
So there is. Wait, what was that? Applejack. So
Okay, that's less. That's
that's the country one. That's the country pony.
Yep.
So yeah, that's fun. I'm glad someone here actually knows what I'm talking about. Recruit says, isn't one of them Clarity? I don't even know. I could make up some names, I'm sure. Double Rainbow? I'm sure that's one. But I just find it interesting. I have nothing, like Sam says, you like what you like. I'm not going to judge you for it, unless you're really weird and creepy about it, in which case I will judge you about it.
Oh, Rainbow Dash, Twilight Sparkle, Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie, Rarity, Applejack, Derpy Hooves.
I thought
Princess
Fluttershy
Luna.
was like a photo buying website.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Shutter.
Princess Celesta,
something.
Sweetie Belle, Spike, Big Macintosh, Apple Bloom, Snips, Mrs. Cupcake, Scootaloo, Pound Cake,
Nerdy Nights of the
Grant
Radio.
Smith, Snails.
So you know what? Rather than read more names of ponies, I think let's move on to the last topic of the evening.
Fine.
Sam's
The
topic.
best topic of the